Good evening. Welcome back to the Horror, Metal, and Comics channel. I'm Hellhound, and today we're going to look at my Superman collection. Like with my Batman collection, this is going to be a 5-part mini-series showing everything I own related to Superman. I don't have quite as much Superman stuff as I do Batman, but in any case, I'm going to try to get through these a little more quickly than I did with the Batman collection videos. It's going to be a 5-parter, like I said. The first part, which is this one, is going to be comics. Second part is going to be books. Third part is going to be cartoons. Fourth part will be animated movies. And the part 5 will be live action. So let's go get started. Superman, the Big Blue Boy Scout, the defender of truth, justice, and the American way. Kal-El, sent to Earth by Jor-El of the doomed planet Krypton right before it exploded. He arrived on Earth and was raised by Jonathan and Martha Kent, who adopted him as their own and renamed him Clark Kent. He discovered that Earth's yellow sun enabled him to have extraordinary superpowers, such as super strength, super speed, and vulnerability, X-ray vision, heat vision, ice breath, flight, super hearing, pretty much just maxed out as far as you can go. So, decided to become a superhero. He gets a job at the Daily Planet under his guise as Clark Kent, a secret identity. Romances Lois Lane and makes quite a few enemies, most notably the villainous Lex Luthor. So, yeah. All about Superman. Alright, so, yeah. Hellhound Superman Collection Part 1. Comic books. Just individual comic book issues in this video. Anything you can read that's in a comic book magazine format. In the next video, we'll look at graphic novels, trade paperback collected editions, hardcovers, all that stuff. All right, so Superman debuted in Action Comics issue 1, which, for all intents and purposes, was technically the first superhero comic ever. So Superman was basically the first superhero. Action Comics issue 1 from 1938 to the golden age of comics. So since that's where you got to start, let's go ahead and look at my Action Comics collection first. But only the ones featuring Superman, which of course is like 90% of them anyway. So because that's how it started out, basically a Superman comic. All right, so here we have Action Comics issue 346. Here's Superman and Supergirl on the cover. She debuted in Action Comics 252, which was also the first appearance of Metallo, the John Corbin version, him and Supergirl, which is Superman's cousin, Kara Zor-El, who's also sent here from Krypton. They first appeared in that comic. And, 346, Superman and Supergirl. Next up we have 361, which is the second appearance of the pre-crisis version of Parasite, the Raymond Jensen Parasite. The Rudy Jones one wasn't until the post-crisis Superman run. And, he's one of my favorite Superman villains. He can absorb energy and even can steal the Man of Steel's powers for himself, sucking the life force out of everybody he touches to make himself more powerful. Then we have Superman and Supergirl in Action Comics 374. Action Comics 428, also starring Green Arrow and the Black Canary. Wonder whatever happened to him. He's still around, boys. Don't worry. Action Comics 429. Life File. Superman alias Clark Kent. Yeah, it looks like somebody's discovered his secret, but, a lot of these Silver Age comics, and Bronze Age comics too, have like kind of a gimmicky cover just to get you to read it. So, but then you'd open the story, read the story inside, and usually something else was kind of like a misunderstanding or something. Here's Action Comics 466 with Lex Luthor on the cover using his kryptonite gauntlets to beat Superman, who he's turned into a child along with Batman and the Flash, and he claims to have killed him as well, but I think we all know that's not true. Yeah. Action Comics 466, Lex Luthor, Superman's arch nemesis. There's Action Comics 467. I believe the one right before this or the one right after it featured Brainiac. The pre-crisis Brainiac, who was basically an android before they rebooted him as a different type of character. The alien Vril Dox in the post-crisis version, Vril Dox who's from the planet Kolu. But in the pre-crisis comics, he was an android. It was later discovered to be an android. At first, we assumed he was some other alien species. All right, here's Action Comics 482, and notice this is actually the Whitman version, not the DC Comics version. And looks like he's fighting Amazo. Amazo is kind of like Parasite. He can absorb powers and like mimic other people's abilities, but he's an android, kind of like Brainiac was. And there's Brainiac himself, like I mentioned. Yeah, there's Action Comics 491. Yeah, there's Brainiac, and then there's Hawkman. Yeah, I just read this earlier. Basically, when Krypton exploded, the light from the explosion took, decades for Earth to be able to see it, and people saw it in the sky, and Brainiac used that to kind of blind Superman and kind of control him a little bit and send him on a destructive spree. But yeah, Brainiac's probably my second Superman villain next to Lex Luthor, for good reason. I'd love to see him in a live-action movie. That'd be really cool. But I guess he was in that Krypton live-action series. Alright, here's another Brainiac story. Action Comics 528. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, that's that planet he created that's pretty much made from technology. Death Planet. Nothing can save you on Earth now. And Aquaman's in this issue as well. Yeah, some of these Action Comics featured like other superheroes and like a two-parter. And here's another Action Comics that has Aquaman, issue 530, and then here's another Brainiac appearance. Superman, save me. Hell no. Don't do it. And here's Action Comics issue 544, which was the first appearance of Lex Luthor's cybernetic suit of armor, which he used to fight Superman directly. He went hand-to-hand with him, so that's pretty cool. And it was also the first time Brainiac, who was an android, yeah, in the original comics, but he took on a new form where he looks way more robotic. He looks like way more machine than man. Yeah, the planet he was from in the pre-crisis comics, his race were known as humans instead of Coluans, but like they had green skin and stuff. But they revealed that I guess Brainiac the Second was actually an adoptive son, and later was revealed to be a clone. It's kind of confusing. Maybe I'll talk about it another time. But yeah, it's the first appearance of the new Luthor in his cybernetic suit and the new Brainiac with a more machine-like appearance. It's a very good read. It's a two-parter. They're not in the same story. It's two different stories. And it's a really cool pin-up poster inside, drawn by George Perez, who is probably best known for Wonder Woman's Gods and Mortals, which is the post-crisis era of Wonder Woman beginning in 1986, which is really, really good. I highly recommend it. George Perez is a great writer and artist. But anyway, it's a story for another time. Here's Action Comics 555, celebrating the anniversary of Supergirl's debut in Action Comics. Like I said, her first appearance was Action Comics 252. And there's Parasite again. He has something to say about Supergirl's anniversary, I guess. Yeah, I always like when Superman and his cousin Supergirl teamed up. That's always cool. Yeah, Parasite. And here's Superman vs. Booster Gold in Action Comics 594 by John Byrne. John Byrne's probably my favorite Superman writer. I'll get to more about him later. Here's Superman and the Metal Man in Action Comics 599. Celebrating 50 years of Superman. Alright, here's the Golden Anniversary issue. The all-new 80-page giant Action Comics 600. So this was after the Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow storyline by Alan Moore. And yeah, this is by John Byrne and George Perez, like I already mentioned. Two of my favorite comic book writers. Yeah, Superman's romance with Wonder Woman, his stalemate with Lex Luthor, and of course his pals Lois Lane and Jimmy Olsen, who also work at the Daily Planet. And his conflict with Man-Bat, of all characters. Alright, so next we have Superman in Action Comics, 693. I haven't read this in a while. That looks like the Eradicator, but I'm not sure. I'll have to read it again. Yeah, it's written by Roger Stern. He's one of my favorite writers as well. He, of course, created the Hobgoblin from this amazing Spider-Man comics. And he's done great stuff with Superman, too. He's a huge part of the whole Death of Superman storyline, which I'll get to in a minute. Here's Action Comics 697. Bizarro, who's kind of a dark clone, a duplicate of Superman, though he's like more dim-witted and childlike than like an actual evil villain. You know, he's kind of more like Frankenstein's monster, which I think heavily inspired the character. So yeah, the cloning experiment gone wrong. Bizarro is pretty much the opposite of Superman, with, you know, pale white skin and like a darker costume, and then kind of a caveman-like way of talking. And he does like everything backwards. Alright, Superman in Action Comics, issue 707. The Dragon Strikes. Superman in Action Comics, 708. Miracle Mile. Sorry if this is kind of boring, just showing the different issues, but I want to get through this quicker than I did with my Batman collection. Those videos end up being way too long. Alright, here's issue 713. I'll talk about some of my favorite characters and storylines like kind of as I go, but I'm going to keep it as brief as possible. Here's Superman in Action Comics 715. There's Parasite, his more monstrous form. That's the Rudy Jones Parasite, the post-crisis version, not the Raymond Jensen version that we already talked about. They both have pretty much a similar backstory. They're pretty much the same characters with different names. They're both a janitor that worked at something like Star Labs, and then were doused in radioactive chemicals and became, you know, the Parasite. The ability to absorb energy and take on the superpowers or whatever powers of the individual they steal the life energy from. Alright, here's Superman in Action Comics 718. Demolition. 721. $725. There's the bottle city of Kandor, which is a Kryptonian city on Superman's home planet, which Brainiac shrunk with his shrinking ray. Brainiac has genius-level intellect. He's a mastermind, just like Lex Luthor, only his technological advancements are even more extreme because he's, you know, alien origin and sometimes an android. And here's Superman in Action Comics Annual 5, the whole Bloodline storyline, which was pretty much going on at the same time as the whole Reign of the Superman arc. Yeah, this is the Eradicator Superman. More on him later. And that's it for my Action Comics. Now we're going to get to Superman Volume 1. Here's issue 230, which is an imaginary story where Lex was came from Krypton, and Clark Kent is actually a villain, or becomes a villain. It's kind of complicated. It's a little weird. Yeah, Killer Kent and Super Luthor. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Yeah, issue 230. Here's 276, where Superman fights DC's Captain Marvel, the renamed Shazam. Before he was renamed Shazam. Yeah, the amazing world of Superman. The Superhero Championship. Pretty good read. Here's Superman issue 277. Yeah, there's Lois Lane, Superman's sweetheart. He also dated Lana Lang, who is from his hometown of Smallville, where he was raised by the Kents, and also Lori Lemaris, who was a mermaid, who Aquaman knows her, obviously. I think she was either from the city of Tritonus or Poseidonus, not Atlantis like Aquaman, but yeah, Superman did date a mermaid. Alright, here's Superman and Batgirl in Superman issue 279. I always like when Supergirl and Batgirl team up, but more on that later. Yeah, 279. Here's Superman issue 283, where he's his secret identity is a different person. Chris Delbarb. I think he's just in like masquerading. He's just in disguise as somebody else. And here's issue 291. Can you guess how this man can pack a punch mightier than Superman's? I don't know. Is he Metallo or something? I don't know. Who knows? This is funny. Superman issue 292, we find out why Lex Luthor hates Superman so much. It's because when Superman was Superboy, he made Lex Luthor go bald. Yeah, they used to be friends. Back when, young Clark Kent lived in Smallville and saved the day as Superboy. He was dating Lana Lang and all that. And yeah, he made Lex go bald, and now Lex wants revenge. Yeah. Pretty silly. Here's Superman issue 294, where he's the, everybody else has vanished, and he's the last man on Earth. Yeah, I'm sure. I don't even remember what actually happened. Maybe everybody else was sent to the Phantom Zone or something. Like some of the other Kryptonian villains, like Zod and Jaxier and all them. Here's issue 301, where Superman fights Solomon Grundy. Solomon Grundy kind of started out as a Golden Age Green Lantern villain. He fought the original Green Lantern, Alan Scott. Then he kind of later became more of a Batman villain. But, yeah. Here's a Whitman comic, not DC. Well, I mean, it was released by DC, too, but this is the Whitman version, where Superman fights the evil imp from another dimension known as Mr. Matilzaplick. The only way to trick him into going back to his realm is tricking him into saying his name backwards. Alright, here's another Whitman version of a comic, DC Comics, Superman issue 337. And we have Terra Man, Brainiac, Bizarro, Toyman, and the Roger Corbin version of Metallo. Yep. And it's funny because Superman actually impersonates all of them when he's fighting a friend of his. Yeah, it's kind of strange. Alright, here's Superman issue 341. This is one of my more recent acquirements. Here's issue 355. Superman saving his pal Jimmy Olsen from some monster. 3 Generations of Superman, starring Superman of the year 2020. He's not wearing a mask though. He doesn't need to because he's Kryptonian. He doesn't get sick. And yeah, that's my mother-in-law. Yeah. What issue was that? 355. Here's the Man of Steel in a duel with the Parasite in issue 369. Yep, Christmas with the Parasite. That's gotta be exciting. A Yule duel with Parasite, it says. Yeah, during the holidays. What's a superhero to do? Here's Superman issue 385 with he fights Lex Luthor in his mechanical suit again. There's another one with Lex Luthor's super suit in issue 386. Looks like he's attacking the Daily Planet. Yeah, Lex Luthor was kind of more of a mad scientist who had his technological wizardry, was pretty much what he used to fight Superman with, and later, in the post-crisis versions, he became more of a corrupt businessman, who was still super intelligent. He was still an evil genius, but it's kind of more like he was kind of more manipulative and would pull the strings, and he had everybody right in his pocket, and just had them right where they wanted. Everybody believed his lies, except for Superman and Lois usually. Here's Superman issue 395. And 403. I believe that's the last issue I have from Superman Volume 1, except for a few specials here. Here's Superman Spectacular, which is actually the DC Special Series Limited Edition issue 5, but yeah, it's got Lex Luthor teaming up with Brainiac. I think this was the second time they teamed up. The first time they teamed up was when we discovered that Brainiac was actually an android, and Lex Luthor was actually the one to discover it, even though Brainiac erased his memory at the end of the comic. But yeah, pretty cool seeing them team up and fight Superman. I think Brainiac uses his shrink ray, and then I think Lex Luthor uses kryptonite or something. Kryptonite's, of course, a irradiated fragment of his homeworld of Krypton, which came to Earth, and it weakens him and could kill him if there's enough of it. But yeah, it's the special 80-page dollar comic, Lex Luthor and Brainiac. And then here's the Superman Special issue 2. I think there was 3 of these. This is the second one. And yeah, that's it for Superman Volume 1. So, after the Crisis on Infinite Earths DC storyline, which rebooted the continuity, killed off the original Supergirl, even though she came back years later. They killed off the Barry Allen Flash, and then pretty much just started everything from scratch. So yeah, pretty much the first new Superman storyline was the John Byrne run. The Superman Volume 1 ended with issue 423, which was part of the Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow 2-issue storyline written by the great Alan Moore, who also did Watchmen and The Killing Joke and all that. And so, yeah, then John Byrne rebooted the character with this 6-issue limited series, Superman the Man of Steel, which I have issues 2 and 4. I have all 6 of them in a collected edition, which I'll show in my next video. But yeah, here's the one that's got Lex Luthor on the cover with some hair, and then this one's got Lois Lane. Yeah, it's pretty cool. This is my favorite retelling of his origin story. It's a little more coherent, taken a little more seriously, and it makes a lot more sense. Yeah, it's still pretty. His origin's still pretty similar. He still comes from Krypton and all that. He's raised by the Kents and stuff. But this time he wasn't Superboy first in Smallville. He didn't become, a full-fledged superhero until he reached adulthood. And yeah, that's when he first met Lois and Lex Luthor in the city of Metropolis and got a job at the Daily Planet. And yeah, and he even fights Bizarro in I think the 5th issue, I believe. But yeah, I'll talk more about that when I get to my my trade paperback graphic novel collection in the next video. Alright, so then after that, the original numbering for Superman Volume 1 was taken over at the Adventures of Superman, starting with issue 424. That was the same numbering system used by Superman Volume 1. But Superman Volume 2 was part of the John Byrne run, like I said. He's my favorite Superman writer, quite possibly. Here's the first issue, Superman Volume 2, where he fights the John Corbin Metallo, the post-crisis version. It's a very similar origin. He still has he's basically a cyborg. He's the brain of John Corbin in a mechanical robotic body, and then he has a heart of kryptonite, which of course he uses to fight Superman. And then he even meets up with Lex Luthor at the very end. But yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, Metallo, he's another one of my favorite Superman villains. And yeah, this is issue 1 of Superman Volume 2. The John Byrne run, which pretty much picks up where that 6-issue Man of Steel limited series left off. Here's issue 2 of Superman Volume 2. The secret revealed, Lex Luthor's secretary discovers that Clark Kent's Superman, but he doesn't believe her, so, yeah. Some genius he is. Alright, here's issue 5, The Mummy Strikes. And I've got all of these in collected editions as well, by the way. Here he teams up with the Green Lantern, the Hal Jordan Green Lantern, in issue 14. Here's issue 22. Yeah, these are all my Superman Volume 2 issues. Here's issue 24. We're reaching the 25-minute mark here in a couple minutes, so I'm going to try to get through these a little quicker. Issue 26. Feel free to pause the video if you just want to linger on the cover a little more. Here's Superman in space wearing a mask, issue 28. Wearing an oxygen mask for some reason. Issue 29. #31, which has features Lex Luthor and Mr. Mxyzptlk, that annoying imp. This is issue 53. I think this is the one where he reveals his secret identity to Lois. He tells her that he's actually Clark Kent. Yeah, Truth, Justice, and the American Way. Issue 53, Superman Volume 2. Alright, so now we're getting to the death of the Superman story arc, and I have a lot to say about that, but I'm going to save my full thoughts for my next video when I look at the graphic novel trade paperback collected editions that collect that whole run, the Doomsday run, the Funeral for a Friend run, and the Return of Superman, aka Reign of the Supermen. So I'll talk about that more. But anyway, this is part of it. This is there's where he fights Doomsday, and they fight the current Justice League with Guy Gardner and all them. Doomsday. I've got his first appearance too, but we'll look at that here in a minute. That's part of another Superman series. And here it is, the famous Death of Superman, issue 75. Yeah, this is the one where Superman dies, but of course he doesn't stay dead. He's killed by Doomsday. They kill each other, well, sort of. And then we see the world react to the death of its savior. And so here's Superman Volume 2, issue 75 as well. But this is the special edition. It has all kinds of there's like a poster and a wristband and like some trading cards and some other stuff in here. I think maybe a tattoo or something, stickers. There's just a bunch of stuff in here, and yeah, I still have it unopened. So yeah, it's still sealed. Yep. Superman Volume 2, issue 75, The Death of Superman, special edition. Got them both. Here's the fourth part of Funeral for a Friend. That was actually my favorite part of the storyline, just seeing the world react to a world without a Superman. You know, seeing Lois struggle with her grief, and seeing the other heroes try to replace Superman, like with all of them. You know, of course we have Batman, Green Lantern, Flash, Wonder Woman. There's Captain Marvel, Guy Gardner, and all the rest of them. Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, this happened right after the death of Superman. Yeah, the whole death of the Superman, and then Funeral for a Friend, and World Without a Superman, Reign of the Superman, all that was told over 4 different titles. There was the Superman Volume 2, there was Adventures of Superman, then there's Superman the Man of Steel, and Action Comics as well. And like I said, I have them all in collected editions. We'll look at next time. Yeah, and here's the Reign of the Superman, part of the Reign of the Superman story arc, issue 78, where Cyborg Superman, a.k.a. Hank Henshaw, fights Doomsday. Or, well, kills him, really, even though he comes back and he's still alive after his fate. But yeah, Cyborg Superman, he was one of the 4 Supermen, along with the Eradicator, Superboy, who's a clone. He's Con-El, he's a clone of Superman. And then also Steel, John Henry Irons, who wears a titanium, well, or actually a steel super suit, actually, kind of like Iron Man, and has a big old hammer. Here's that same issue. This is the special edition, and I think this one comes with a poster. Yeah. Yeah, I've got a whole bunch of those. And here's 79 with Cyborg Superman on the cover. 81, where the original Superman, Kal-El, comes back, and there's his black recovery suit. Yeah, there's Superboy and Steel. Yeah, Superboy and Steel were the heroes. They teamed up with Superman to fight Cyborg Superman. He's pretty much the main villain of that whole arc. And then the Eradicator is kind of a villain too, but like, if it wasn't for him, Superman might not have returned, because he's the one that replaced him and that placed him in the Matrix that allowed him to be resurrected. Yeah, I got 2 copies of that. Alright, so yeah, well, I'll talk more about the whole Death of Superman, Reign of the Superman thing in the next video. Yeah, he's back for good with his original suit. He fights Cyborg Superman. Yeah, there's issue 84. I think Toyman's in this one. Yeah, obviously. Issue 88, where he fights Bizarro, his evil clone, and then there's Lex Luthor. 97. Alright, reaching the 30-minute mark. I did not want this video to be that long. 99. And 100. Issue 100 of Superman Volume 2, The Death of Clark Kent. Sure. Issue 100. Issue 109. 113. There's Lex Luthor, his Parasite. I'm going to try and get through these a little quicker. It's 114. I remember buying this when it first came out. It was brand new. And my final issue of Superman Volume 2, 117. I guess that's Lori Lemaris, the mermaid I told you about, that Superman dated, I guess. I don't know. I haven't read this issue in a long time. Yeah, and that's it for my Superman Volume 2 collections. Now let's look at The Adventures of Superman, which, again, took over the numbering from the original Superman Volume 1. Alright, so yeah, now getting into Adventures of Superman, which started with issue 424. Like I said, it took over the numbering from Superman Volume 1. Yeah, here's issue 426. I've got 2 different copies of 433. Yeah, I like Marv Wolfman and Jerry Ordway, too. They're great when it comes to Superman. It's 434. They're some of my favorite They're behind some of my favorite Superman stories. There's 435. 499, Funeral for a Friend. Yeah, that's after Superman died. There's the little monument, little tribute statue. Yeah, Jerry Ordway and all them. Yeah, I'll talk more about the whole Death of Superman thing in the next video. Or maybe I'll just give it an individual review, because I have a lot to say. I don't want that to take up too much time in the next video either. Yeah, here's issue 500, which is the first appearance of Cyborg Superman and Superboy. You know, Hank Henshaw appeared before this, but as Cyborg Superman, this is his first appearance. And here's the, issue 500. And then here's the special editions of those. Yeah, this one... Okay, this one's never been opened. This is still sealed. I've never opened that one. This one I can't open. It's got a different cover, like a translucent cover. It's got 8 extra pages. It's got trading cards. Here, let me make this quick. This video is already way too long. I apologize. Yeah, it's a different cover. And, okay, yeah, I don't... Where's the extra stuff? Oh, here it is. Yeah, it comes with this trading card. These are the 4 Supermen, yeah. Cyborg Superman, Superboy, the Eradicator, also known as the Man of Tomorrow, or the Last Son of Krypton, I should say, and Steel. Yep. Alright, I'll put that back later. It won't take too much time. Alright, here's the Adventures of Superman 501. Yeah, there's Superboy, the clone, Con-El. Issue 502, where he meets the second version of Supergirl. She's not Kara Zor-El. She's not Superman's cousin. She's a protoplasmic being cloned by Lex Luthor, and she has different powers like shapeshifting, and she kind of has more in common with Martian Manhunter than Superman. I didn't care for that whole thing. I wish they just had Superman's cousin come back somehow. I'd like to see her react to the death of her cousin. Yeah, there's issue 503 where Cyborg Superman fights Con-El, Superboy. Here's Adventures of Superman 507. 510 with Bizarro. It's 519 with the post-crisis version of Brainiac, who's the Kaluan alien warlord, Vril Dox. And he possessed a human man, and eventually, like, kind of cloned himself and kind of became, you know, his familiar alien form. And he's had powers of telepathy now too, in addition to his genius-level intellect. He's still a mastermind. He still has a shrink ray and all that. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. Avengers of Superman 520. 521. Alright, yeah, we're almost at the 40-minute mark. I'm going to try to rush through these. 522. Yeah, I like that cover with Martian Manhunter and Wonder Woman and all them. Captain Marvel on the roof of the Daily Planet. 527. 529, The Trial of Superman with Steel, Superboy, and Supergirl. And I think this was... Okay, yeah, this was after the Dead Again. Yeah. The Adventures of Superman 533, featuring Impulse. 534. 538. Yeah, I think eventually it went back to the title of just calling it Superman. Yeah, here's the Man of Steel versus the Man of Steel, 539. Adventures of Superman, actually Superboy this time, 541. Alright, now we have another comic titled Superman the Man of Steel. Not to be confused with that 6-issue limited series I already talked about by John Byrne. Yeah, there's a new Superman Man of Steel. Here's issue 17. This is actually the first appearance of Doomsday. He has a cameo in the very last panel. We see his fist busting out of his little prison. And and here's issue 18, the first full appearance of Doomsday, where he just starts destroying everything in sight on Earth. And then then eventually fighting Superman in issue 19 and so on. And they, of course, they kill each other. Yeah. So yeah, I remember when all this came out. It was pretty exciting at the time. Yeah, here's part of the reign of the Superman story arc. Is Superman the Man of Steel issue 23. Yeah, there's Steel and Superboy. Here's 25. Part of the reign of the Superman. 30 or 27. 28. Issue 0. Yeah, a lot of these titles, these publications had an issue 0 and an issue 1,000,000, even though it didn't actually go up that high. Here's the Dead Again storyline. Yeah, this is issue 40. Superman Man of Steel issue 43, 44, 45, 46. I'm sorry, I know this is probably boring just to name them off like this, but this video is already way too long. 54. There's the Spectre. 59 with Parasite. 61. Almost at the 40-minute mark. Here's the first issue of Superman, the Man of Tomorrow. Yet another title. Yeah, issue 1. Now a new Superman story every week of the year, featuring the return of Roger Stern and Lex Luthor. Yeah, Man of Tomorrow, issue 1. Man of Tomorrow, issue 4. He teams up with DC's Captain Marvel. It's a crossover with the power of Shazam. I've got quite a few of those myself. Yeah, Superman and Shazam. Man of Tomorrow, issue 5. The wedding of Lex Luthor and somebody, I don't know. Maybe it's Lois Lane or something stupid. I don't know. I don't remember. There's issue 13. That was a cool cover. It's got Wonder Woman, The Flash, Superboy, Supergirl, Bizarro, Steel, Martian Manhunter. Or it looks like it's a bunch of Bizarros or just some kind of evil clones, evil replicas of Superman there. Superman, the Earth Stealers. I think this is a one-shot, but John Byrne and Jerry Ordway wrote it, and Kurt Swan did the artwork, who also did some of the, I think he also drew Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow, which was written by the great Alan Moore, like I said. Yeah, Superman, the Earth Stealers. There's a Superman Aliens crossover, yeah, but you weren't expecting to see that. Yeah, Superman fighting some Xenomorphs. Pretty cool. Alright, so that's it for pretty much all my solo Superman titles. I don't have a lot of Superboy, so there's been several characters that have gone under that have used the name Superboy. The first Superboy was just Clark Kent when he was young, just a young Kal-El, like when he was he was a superhero when he was still living in Smallville before he became Superman. And so yeah, I don't have a whole lot, but yeah, here's issue 101. Yeah, that's the young Kal-El, Superboy. Then later, it was just, that clone from the Reign of the Superman story arc, Con-El. Yeah, I got quite a bit of those. Yeah, issue 15, 17, and 21. 25. 27. 31. 33. Sorry, I know it's boring just to list them off. I'm trying to get to this quickly. 34. Superboy and the Ravers, issue 2. And then, we've got quite a few. I've got a few Supergirl. I'm not going to list off all the ones I have. I'm just going to show different ones for different eras. Yeah, Superman Volume 1, which consisted of 10 issues, was the first solo comic starring Kara Zor-El, Superman's cousin, Supergirl. And here's issue 4, that first 10-issue Supergirl Volume 1 series. Then here's the second issue of Supergirl Volume 2, a.k.a. The Daring New Adventures of Supergirl. Yeah, it was issue 2. Supergirl Volume 2, issue 3. Here's my mother-in-law again. And Lois Lane's there too. Issue 4. issue 14, issue 16, issue 18, where I have 2 copies. She fights the Kraken. I think the Kraken's fought Aquaman before a couple times, if I'm not mistaken. Issue 19. And then here's the adaptation of the 1984 Supergirl live-action movie of Helen Slater. That's all that is, just the official adaptation of the movie. Yeah, Supergirl. But here's then Supergirl Volume 3 is basically a 4-issue limited series. It's that cloned Supergirl, the Matrix. It's not Kara Zor-El. And here's issue 2, which this one's titled Supergirls, even though the whole series is known as Supergirl Volume 3. But this particular issue is titled Supergirls. And here's Volume 4, which again is also the Matrix Supergirl, the protoplasmic being cloned by Lex Luthor. And here's issue 2. Supergirl Volume 4, issue 2. And then, yeah, there's another one of the Matrix Supergirl, the whole convergence thing. And there's also the Superman family, which took over the numbering system from Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen, which Darkseid actually debuted in one of those issues. But yeah, Superman family, yeah, it was Superman, Lois Lane, Jimmy Olsen, Supergirl. Sometimes there's like flashbacks to Superboy. Sometimes there's reprinted versions of other stories. There'd be like one brand new story, and all the rest are reprints. But yeah, here's issue 167, the Superman family. Here's issue 178. Yeah, Lois becomes some kind of robot creature or something. And yeah, there's Supergirl. There's Jimmy Olsen, Lois Lane, Superman. And here's issue 200, where I guess it looks like Clark and Lois are like celebrating their wedding anniversary, and I think some kind of like imaginary story or something. All right, and then of course also, all right, I just got a few more. I know this video is way too long. It's probably even longer than all my Batman videos. I don't know how that happened, because I feel like I didn't talk quite as much as I did in those videos. All right, so yeah, Superboy and Supergirl were frequently part of Adventure Comics, and so yeah, Supergirl, Superman, and there's some other Justice League members. It's a pretty cool story. They wear these glasses, and it like kind of makes them, enables them to be controlled by this alien race. They were also, Superman and Batman were frequently in World's Finest. Here's issue 169, where, yeah, Supergirl and Batgirl looks like they're trying to defeat Superman and Batman, but there's a twist. Here's World's Finest, issue 177, where Superman and Batman team up to fight Lex Luthor and the Joker. They're 2 arch enemies. Pretty cool. And here's the second time Superman ever had a race with the Flash in World's Finest, issue 199. Yeah, pretty cool. Who wins the race, you might ask? You gotta read to find out. Here's the whole Sons of Superman and Batman co-starring in the World's Finest, issue 230. And it turned out that the whole thing was just like a hologram type thing, like a simulation. And Aquaman's in it too. Alright, then there's DC Comics Presents, which was kind of like the Brave and the Bold. It was usually Superman teamed up with another hero or a villain sometimes. Yeah, here's issue 1, where Superman teams up with the Flash. Issue 2, where he also teams up with Flash again. But they actually have another race this time. They're both, being controlled by 2 different alien species, and yeah, they have another race. And the Flash does win this one, barely. But yeah, it's issue 2. DC Comics presents issue 5, where Superman teams up with Aquaman. And it looks like they fight the Ocean Master. The issue 6, where Superman teams up with Green Lantern. Issue 33, where he teams up with DC's Captain Marvel. Yeah, Superman and Shazam. Yeah, it's confusing because the title of the comics were Shazam, the name of the wizard who gave Billy Batson his power, and then the word he said to transform, and then, even though he's still called Captain Marvel, they didn't rename him Shazam yet. Yeah, here he teams up with the Shazam family, Captain Marvel Jr., Mary Marvel, before they're all renamed. And, yeah, I'm sure Uncle Marvel's in there, too, Uncle Dudley, who didn't even have any superpowers. It's issue 41, Superman teams up with the Joker. Here's 48, Superman and Aquaman. Man, this video is almost 50 minutes long. I'm so sorry. I did not mean it to be that long. 49, yeah, Superman and Shazam. DC's Captain Marvel team up with the Man of Steel to fight Black Adam. One of my favorite supervillains. Superman team up with the Guardians of the Universe, who give the Green Lantern Corps their powers. DC Comics presents issue 60. Looks like there's a few Green Lanterns there as well. Superman teams up with Bizarro, and DC Comics presents issue 71. And, yeah, there's the Bizarro version of the Joker, and there's the Bizarro version of Aquaman. There's Bizarro versions of a lot of the characters in this. It's kind of interesting, but a little silly. Teams up with the Flash again, and DC Comics presents issue 73. Teams up with Hawkman in issue 74, and Hawkgirl too. And here's the DC Comics presents Annual 3. Superman and Shazam team up to fight Dr. Sivana, who gets powers just like DC's Captain Marvel. Pretty interesting. Alright, then of course, yeah, Superman was frequently in the Justice League, of course, but I'm going to save my thoughts. I'm going to show my whole Justice League collection in a future Justice League video. But yeah, but Superman was obviously a huge part of those. So yeah, I'm just going to get through them real quick here, and then we'll wrap up the video. I did not want it to be this long. I was hoping it would be, no longer than 30 minutes. But yeah, I'll show all my Justice League comics and talk more about them. I'll do a Justice League video at some point. Yeah, I'm so sorry this video turned out to be so long. Yeah, here's the new 52 Justice League. Jeff Johns and company. They did a great job, I think. The new 52 did get a little too weird towards the end, but I think it started out pretty damn good. And here's the DC Marvel Comics crossover. DC versus Marvel, which Superman is a huge part of. And he fought the Hulk, which is very memorable. Yeah, I definitely recommend you check this out. It's a pretty out there, pretty cool crossover. It's something I never thought would happen, but I think they did it pretty well. Yeah, DC versus Marvel. And an even better crossover, better than DC versus Marvel, was the Justice League Avengers crossover, which of course Superman is a huge part of. Yeah, there's 4 issues in that series. And that's pretty much it for my Superman comic book collection. I got a few more. I didn't include all the Superman appearances, like all the Batman comics that feature their co-starring Superman, or a Wonder Woman comic, or Flash that also has Superman in it. I didn't include any of those, but I got a few more Superman comics, but that's pretty much it. Join me next time for my Superman collection part 2. We'll look at books. Alright guys, I'm Hellhound. Thank you for watching the Horror and Metal and Comics channel. Till next time, later. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's a video that's way too long. I'm sorry. Bye.